In May of 1947, committee investigators came to Hollywood to determine the extent of communist infiltration of the labor movement.
The collaboration between the politics, society, and law scholars and the art scholars program really came about because there's been such a link over the years between what happens in politics and how it's portrayed artistically, and how it's portrayed by artists, screenwriters, thespians.
PSL scholars are interested in politics, society, and law. And we meet every week to discuss current events, historical events that are applicable today.
Collaborating with the PSL scholars on this project was really nice because from an art scholar standpoint, we were able to do some of the more theatrical elements and bring that here, while the PSL scholars had a great background in historical information, and therefore they were able to bring that expertise to this project.
This project, we just teamed up with the humanities and art scholars and kind of reenacted some of the trials in the 1950s of the McCarthyism, Red Scare, and just kind of explained how fragile democracy can be in a time of uncertainty and just unrest in the government system, and how just it relates to modern day topics and topics in the past.
Decided to do this project as a way to look at a period of our history, the late 40s and early 50s, the House Un-American Activities Committee, McCarthyism, and the Red Scare, and take a look at what happened then in a way to hopefully get students thinking about what's taking place today. Were there any parallels between the Red Scare, rooting out communism, and what's been going on for the last 10 years or so post 9/11? From hearings, the McCarthy hearings then, to the Peter King hearings that are about to start nowadays regarding Muslim extremists and trying to root out terrorist concerns in our country. What ways are students realizing that whether it's history repeating itself or simply issues that they should be aware of and concerned about? We wanted to take a creative look at how this all played out. And so we decided to put together a series of film clips and congressional hearing reenactments, a mix of students from both politics, society, and law, and the art scholars programs. Played a variety of members of Congress, witnesses who testified, and then following it up with a faculty panel gave us the opportunity to bring in sort of that professional research experience.
It is necessary to investigate before legislating, but the line between investigating and persecuting is a very fine one, and the junior senator from Wisconsin has stepped over it repeatedly. We must not confuse dissent with disloyalty. We must remember always that accusation is not proof, and that conviction depends upon evidence and due process of law.